Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, with the top four seeds a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. They'll stop at the 34. That will be a first down.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receiver. You know, sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. And I'd like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have about that ball being in the air so often.
Ball handed off. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Fires it to the wideout, who makes the grab. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. And you know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's moving out of the pocket now. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
This is just a great job of understanding situational awareness by this quarterback. Nobody's open downfield, so instead he decides to buy a little bit of time by scrambling, gets out of the pocket, and he gets to the sticks and just gets the first down.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Offense looking to throw the ball. Taking a shot here. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Point after, not right through. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain of that completion.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
An important third down attempt for this offense. And they'll try the quarterback sneak.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back. Get the first down on this third and short and see what you can do from here.
First down and 10 now. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Heading left after the handoff. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
One man in the backfield and he'll get the football. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to scramble. On the move, looking deep. They lost the receiver down there. He's got it for a big gain. And the Ducks come up to the line in a hurry-up.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, third down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time, nice throw, and it's a first down.
Finding some room at the 25. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
Looking to score with a run to the right. Solid tackle, able to get him down.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big third down coming up.
They've moved it to the 3. Now it's 3rd and goal. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Across midfield. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. Wow, what a play, a defensive score.
Chris, that second-tier defender, the linebacker, sometimes can get lost in coverage. I don't know if the quarterback saw him. Quarterback threw it right to him, comes up with the interception, and then he has the speed to take it all the way to the house.
The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick six, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. The Ducks will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
Hey, a first down here by this Oregon offense. Nice to see the quarterback and receiver in sync and very efficient. Something that Oregon really prides itself on. As much as you want to think about that quarterback with the ability to run, remember, they can hurt you with their arm as well.
That completion sets up a second down play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. Fights off a defender. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup was good enough to move the chains. First down. They beat the blitz there, but the pressure bearing down. He just dumped it off to the back.
A nice job of just keeping his eyes downfield, because you're right, that pressure got to him in a hurry. Thankfully, the running back was right in his line of sight. He's able to dump it to him as a safety valve, and he picked up the first.
Looking to throw yet again. Running out of time in the pocket. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line. The Ducks line up on 1st and 10 now. Keeping it on the ground here. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. The Ducks will line up here on 1st down and goal. First and goal, handoff. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
At the extra point, they're down 14-7 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. That run takes it across the 30-yard line. It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Throw to the running back in the flat. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
short completion sets up a third down play. Try and muscle for the first down. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Here's a great example of a back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. He got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
That's an important first down on that running play. You snap it, quarterback looking to throw the ball. He's got it for a big gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, this receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
They'll run it here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Buckeyes looking to run some tempo here. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Got him. He's sacked. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. He's got a man down the middle. Brought down to the 27. It's a first down. This offense really threatening now.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Finds a man open on the right side downfield. And he goes down after a big chunk play, the kind of explosive play this offense has been looking for. Back-to-back big plays. Defense is reeling. Set up first and goal now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. And they make the stop to get the ball carrier down.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Now it's second down here. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. In the clear at the 25. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back. Just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right. And then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick this away to begin the second half. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. We get the second half started with a running play. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. When they don't block the defensive end, it shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
We got some ground to make up, 2nd and long from the 15. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. It's intercepted. Threw it across his body. Going the other way, can they catch him? That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
There's the handoff. Finding space at the 20. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. The Buckeyes are looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. And they'll go right back to him on 1st down. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Quarterback still with the football. Touchdown, Ohio State. Still no answer for this offensive machine. So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the 2nd half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out. But now your own defense can help you preserve the lead so you can go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
And the extra point makes it a 28-7 game. Now they get set to kick it away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Grab down the middle. It's Diaz. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a 1st down. And the Ducks hustle to the line to crank up the tempo.
Boy, nice completion here by this Oregon offense to be able to show you it's not just about the quarterback's ability to run. Often you associate that with that Oregon quarterback.
The catch is made, and he does get the foot down. The rule to catch, a big gainer.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Look at this. He'll go deep again. They cannot stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Oregon.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And they tack on the extra point. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. This group has been clicking. They really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's going to take off here. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Buckeyes have 1st and 10 here. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Over the middle and incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. Man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Here's the handoff. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
So the ball at midfield. Now the offense facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. And it's caught on the crossing pattern.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
Way too far away to trust a field goal attempt. The offense on the field on 4th down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Downfield and incomplete. A 4th down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
First down, looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, if I'm the offensive coordinator, I would keep looking to throw the ball downfield. These receivers are too talented, and this quarterback has an ability to get into a rhythm, and eventually they're going to hit some big plays.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down. The Ducks come to the line to run the hurry up. Can he get there on the ground? Tackled across midfield at the 48, good enough for a 1st down.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a 3rd down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a 1st down, and they get it.
1st down and 10. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Powering through. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
With the score, Ohio State 28, Oregon 14.
Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Look out, he's got some space. Out past the 30. Inside the 10. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Boy, there's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception, and what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Might have to try the extra point. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. Caught over the middle. It's Shabira. And the ball to the ground. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
Hey, guys up front lined up. It's first down. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Second down play coming up. Sticking with the running game. He's got some room. Can he get there? Touchdown, Ohio State. And the route is on. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Oh, and he's got some space here. And he steps out of bounds, but that's an excellent return to set up the offense in good position. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. They fumbled it away last time, and now they're in a big hole. They got to react quickly here. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit for the big hit to knock that ball loose.
Bringing pressure. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Testing the defense with a throw downfield. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. He's got some room and some blockers here. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. This group has been rolling up double digits at halftime. They've just built on that lead here in the second half. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space and still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Here's the second down play.
29 Philly.
They'll use that running game trying to bleed the clock here. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Well, throughout this game, they've shown a number of their base run plays in the first half, so it's good to mix in the counter here in the second half, just in case the defense is starting to over-pursue. Keep an eye on if they pull that play again maybe later in this game.
Can they pick up the first on the ground? Oh, what a move. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And that catch is hauled in. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. The Buckeyes look to keep this drive moving. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Getting set. Here's second down. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Breaking through defenders. Touchdown, Buckeyes. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominant.
Automatic on the PAT. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. And looking to throw now on first down. And he's got it. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. First down, looking to throw the ball. And here comes a deep shot. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, Ducks. Strong game by this quarterback. And they get set now to try the PAT. And there's the point after. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. That's a solid game. Moves the ball to the 29.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Going with the old counter run here. Not much on that play. Brought down short. Crucial third down play right here. Looking for a gap. It's Walker. Breaking tackles. And he's brought down, but that strong stiff arm earned him the first down.
Love to see this with the lead late in the game. In the postseason, you got to trust your offensive line in your back. Not only do you keep the clock moving, you pick up a first down. Now you got a chance to ice this game.
So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. Looks like the quarterback will just take a knee here. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait